Leading chats with Josh. All right. Today we're going to be live with the one and only Josh Glowicki, good friend of mine. Grande Matt. Adesso te ne mando un altro, però lo dico in italiano. I'm straight for my hair. I do look like fucking Goku in this shit. I'm just kidding. Today we are going to talk with Josh, which is like probably the very first blader who spent who moved from the United States to here in Europe for more than months. He's been here since probably the 2011, I would say. Yeah, because he stayed in my place in April 2011 with Fritz and Adrien Anne. And we skated together for about 3 weeks or something. And it has been a great time. And with him today, we are going to talk about what is going on right now in Malaga, about the coronavirus, if he's able to work, what will happen within the blading camp, and as well as which are the differences between the United States compared to Europe and to what's up, Nico, and to Malaga, of course. And I would like to ask him something about the hoedown, because Josh is from Texas, but he lived and his family lives in Texas, in Dallas. So I do really would like to ask him about the hoedown and how was it skating back then in one of the most iconic skate park ever. How you guys doing so far? Nico, what is going on right now in Bordeaux? C'est bon? Salut Warren. Ça va? I just bought the latest Adrien Anne in VOD. Dude, you should have to buy it. Grande John Hammond. Allora, tutto bene? You should have to buy it because it's pretty cool, especially how it has been edited. It's something else. No way, really, Nico? Damn, you lucky guys. So, are you able to go around and skate, right? On this weekend, probably I might gonna have one of these with Manon, and and definitely I would like to do one with you as well. Alla grande. Non si bada a spese? Beh, forse adesso un pochino a spese bisogna badare. So let's wait for the people to tune in. Yo, Yair, you here? What's up, my brother? What is going on right now in Tel Aviv? The other day, I had the chance to talk with Bobby, and he told me that the government settled down some restriction, right? Grande Teo. Oh, Glow is here. Yo, Glow. Let me wait 5 more minutes so you can wait for more people to tune in, and then we can start this thing, right? I do have a bunch of questions for you, but it will be easy. It will be just an easy talk between me and you. Yo, what's up? Grande Sven, grande Paul. What's up, Joy? How you doing, brother? Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, as soon as I know, as soon as I have done that one with Manon, we should definitely schedule ours, all right? This week I'm going to talk with tomorrow with Kirill Galushko, on as well as Chas Sands, Dominic Bruce. Manon, and something like that. Next week, hopefully, Hopefully, I would love to talk with Ivan Nares, as well as I'm gonna try to text him, Chris Majet and Chris Haffey. Let's see what is going on. Dude, I would love to talk with both of them. Yo, Joe, yeah, I'm gonna send you a message in on these days so we can schedule our talk, alright? Grande Alle. Grazie, grazie, ti avevi visto? Ci ho impiegato 2 giorni, porco Giuda. Poi io odio fare queste robe qua, però dai, alla fine è venuto carino. Me l'ha detto Riccardolino. Riccardolino just give me some advice about like customizing my YouTube channel within like putting thumbnails and stuff like that. So I hope that I did something that you guys really like it, because I do suck in graphics. But I was wanting to do something just because we did have this discussion about like how to improve, the image of and the quality of the YouTube channel, and he suggests me to make up these thumbnails to make him more attractive to the people, and he was right, because before that it was kind of whack. What's up, Sean? How you doing, brother? You good? I hope everything's fine up there in New York, man. We should definitely need. We should definitely, Sean. We should definitely We should definitely do one of these, man. Yeah, it looks like, man. Sean Gruzman, if you guys don't know him, is a super talented blader as well as a filmmaker from New York. He was kind enough to go around with me when I was there for like 1 day or something like that. He showed me around. We went skating in downtown Manhattan, and it has been like an amazing afternoon. We went skating from the Pier 62 skate park to a bunch of spots like pretty close to that area, and they were like amazing. I do need to come back to New York soon, man. Yeah, I was just saying earlier that about the what's it called, the Eugen in VOD. Man, that shit is crazy. I really don't know how that guy is able to move his feet this fast, man. Yeah, 3 more minutes, just because I've seen like many people notice, what's it called? I don't know how to say it in English, but like they put the fucking thing on the countdown. So probably in 3 minutes we could have like more people watching this stuff. So yeah, I'm sorry if sometimes my English doesn't really fit the way that it's supposed to be, but I'm trying. Keep on being hydrated, just like Neil says. Today it's quite cloudy outside. It's crazy because like before this lockdown thing here in Milano, the day were like kind of rainy or like cold and stuff like that. But guys, I promise, like I tell you, the day that the government says, okay, from today, which was like the 8th of March, from today, we are going to lock down the whole country and shit like that. Dude, it has been like sunny for days. Like we did have like only 1 day of rain. 1. And the rest was like full spring mode. Fucking 20 degrees, no problem. Damn, man, it's unbelievable. And so yeah. Oh, thank you, Tyler. Really appreciate it, brother. And I do know for a fact that like as soon as like we are going to get rid of this situation, which is probably be like in a month or something, the rain will come back easy. Yo, Dan, what's up, my brother? Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. The other day I was able to talk with Fritz. Yeah. Like less than a week or something. And also, yeah, last day, like the last time, no, it wasn't last time, a couple of times ago. So probably, yeah, whatever. Can't really remember. Like maybe a week ago, I've talked with Fritz in here, man. I was super surprised about it. And I'm so happy that right now he like wrote down a post on his Facebook about his current status. So yeah, it's already 6. Let's bring in.
Josh, quite excited about this. Grande Jack, tutto bene, dog? So yeah, you should be tuning in a minute. There you go. Yo!
Bumpers, what's
What's
up,
up?
brother?
What's up, brother? You good?
I'm good, I'm good. How are you?
Fine, fine. So happy to see you, man. Long time no see, right?
I know, right? Man, you look nice and tan, huh? Is it sunny in Milan or what?
Yeah, it is. It has been like super sunny since like the government says, all right, guys, from tomorrow, shut down, lockdown, quarantine, whatever. It has been
What
like
a
that.
what a what an adventure, huh?
Crazy, crazy, man. Luckily, I was able to build like a little P rail and a little box, and I'm able to skate down in my garage. So yeah,
Yeah,
luckily I'm able to skate at least. But yeah, like
that's
you're not
good.
allowed to go around to the city. You're not allowed even to have like a walk in front of your house. You have to stay at home, or at least if you have to go to the grocery, you have to go there to be there like as fast as you can, like wearing the
Yeah,
mask and all that. So
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Here's crazy because we live in a village and they only allow 5 people per time in the supermarket. So you have to take a number and wait outside.
Damn.
It's absolutely crazy, but I don't know. It's getting better. It's getting a lot better quick. So it's
Yeah,
all good.
I hope so. I hope so. Like, what, like, do you know any numbers about Malaga, about like the infected people, or
To be honest, I'm not so plugged into numbers and all that. Like, it's just too, I don't know, it's too much for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's too much unknown, like too much unknown information. And for me to put my head into that right now, it just won't do me any good, you know? It won't help.
yeah, no, it's crazy. It's like it's terrible. Like it really gets to the people because like you see all of those like if you're like trying to know all the numbers and stuff like that, it gets you super sad and super like
Right, exactly, exactly.
it's really like terrifying and oh, Uani says like zero death today in Malaga, so pretty good.
Yeah, Wani knows more than Wani knows. Wani keeps up with kind of that stuff. He's informed. I mean, I'm informed about it, but I just it's hard. I can't keep up with it every single day, you know?
True, true, because like it really consume you in the inside, all the day, like every day, like hearing from the news. Today we had like 300 deaths, 200 deaths, like next
Exactly,
day.
exactly.
It's really sad and
How
really tough.
how's it going with y'all? Is it getting better?
Um, Slowly, yes, the numbers are like decreasing, fortunately, but yeah, I mean, we are still here. The government says that like at least until the 4th of May, we should have to stay in this situation. So like, as I was saying earlier, nobody's allowed to go outside.
Yeah, yeah,
One person per time should be allowed to go into the grocery and stuff like that. So
yeah.
it's pretty tough, but yeah.
Yeah, I think we're until the 26th of April.
Hmm.
I think that's what they said. And today they opened up all the non-essential stores. So, I mean, not
Great.
everything's open to again, no clothing stores or bars or anything like that, but you know, the garden stores and the construction stores and the people that have to, you know, keep going. Life goes on, right?
Sure, exactly, exactly. That's the main thing because, like, here, for example, what I'm scared of is like the economic situation about like everybody is not working, like literally everybody's not working. So how people
Yeah,
are allowed, or like how they can provide to pay rent or like the
yeah.
bills, the electricity bills and stuff like that. It's pretty tough situation. And what about
That's
Dallas?
what's really weird about that. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, no, I'm sorry. I have to sorry for you because I interrupt you. Like in Dallas, what is going on right now?
Well, I talked to Fritz. I had a Skype call with Fritz yesterday, and
Damn.
he says it's like spring break.
So
Well,
everybody's
let's see.
around.
He said, okay, first of all, Fritz is all good. I talked to him. He's like, he's walking around. He's like, he's acting he's acting. I mean, he's like, dude, I don't even know what's going on, but I'm okay. You know, he's like, he's walking. You know, it's an absolute miracle. And for everybody out there who was praying and was sending good vibes, like, I mean, it worked, because all the doctors, like everybody I talked to about it, his mom and his sister and everybody, they were all saying like, there's no way he should be here. You know what I mean? So it's super, super, super cool. He defeated all the odds, and he's just a superhero, man, you know?
Damn, I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, and so I was talking to him yesterday about everything, and he said it's just kind of like, he says not many people in Dallas are taking it very serious, and he said that everybody's just kind of running out and are just playing, you know, like riding their bicycles everywhere and just doing stuff, like just having a free-for-all.
Damn.
I don't know.
Which is crazy, because like that thing, just like we said, like on earlier episodes, it spreads out like super quickly. Nobody noticed. Like when you're infected, you can be like asymptomatic, and you can infect like your parents, your relatives, or your friends, or, you know, it spreads like in a minute. And just New York, it's like one of the examples where everybody are still around, and the numbers up there, they're increasing like mad high, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild, because, you know, I don't really know what's going on in the States, you know, but my mom and dad were telling me like that nobody thought it was really real until like last week.
Yeah, it's crazy, because it's like that everywhere. Like I was like that. I was like, it's just the flu. It will it will never get here, or like it's right there in China. It will never be here and stuff like that. And then in a minute, it spreads out like in a second.
Yeah, dude, when I was in Costa Rica before Winter Clash, and I came kind of really, really disconnected, no internet, no phone, nothing for a good 3 weeks. And they asked us at the airport if we had been to China. And this was again, this was end of January, no, beginning of January. And they were like, have you been to China? And we're like, you know, no, but I didn't understand what the question was for, you know, nothing, I didn't know what was going on yet. I came back to Europe and went to Winter Clash, and I got picked up from a friend in Madrid after the whole Winter Clash thing, and he starts telling me all about this Corona thing, and he's like telling me everything, and he's like, yeah, you know, and you've been traveling, so you got to know everything about it, and you have to see all the airports. And I was like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I had no idea what it even was. Like, not to you know, to sound ignorant, but I just, you know, I don't know, if you're not really paying attention, it came quick, you know?
Exactly. I mean, to us, like we heard like some news about it at the end of December, like very first weeks of January, and then like in a week or something, it spreads out here in Milan and stuff like that. So it's like it was like super fast, the whole process of like infecting the whole people and the spreading in general.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's getting better, man. It's getting better, and everything's moving forward. And I mean, I'm kind of actually really enjoying this time. It's a beautiful task, because obviously it's hard. No one's working, and if you think about the money side of the economic side of it, it's pretty stressful for all of us. But at the same moment, it's really cool, because you have so much free time now. Like, you can do anything. You know what I mean? You can create something. You can draw. You can write music. If you can find that space, like if you can stop your brain from fear and freaking out, like, oh my God, how am I gonna, and what if they're gonna cancel, la la la. You can create a lot of beautiful things, because, I mean, we've had a month in our house. Like, it's awesome. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm trying to say? Like, the good side of it is like, if you can center yourself, wow, it's a really beautiful moment right now, because it's actually what everybody wants. Oh, I wish I had more free time. Oh, I wish I had time. If I had more time, I would do this to the website. If I had more time, I would do this to skate, or I would learn this, or I would learn to play guitar, blah, blah, blah. Well, here we go.
Now you have the time. You have the
exactly.
Time to do it. Then do it.
Exactly, dude. And I've put all of my time, every single day, I'm in a garden. I'm building a garden. I'm like trying to totally become like, I want to be self-sufficient. Like, it's going to take time, but I want to grow my own food. I want to be able to get my own water, get my own firewood, everything. It takes time, but I think at least by the end of this year, in a couple of months, I'll at least be able to have, a good 50 or 60% of all of our food can come from the garden,
Wow, that's amazing, man.
So I'm pretty happy for this whole quarantine thing, do it again.
Then next year you will be like a Glow the farmer.
Dude, exactly. But it's so cool because it's kind of what I've always wanted, and I always said that if I had more time, I would grow my own food. If I had more time, and here you go. I got lucky, and, Maria and I live out in nature, so we have land and we have, we're fertile here. So it's quite easy to grow, so
awesome.
Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. And it's pretty cool. Like one of my questions that I wanted to ask you was like your transition between like when you came here in Europe in 2011, right?
Yeah.
And like
that's when it all started.
How did you like when did you decide to come here in Europe? Why did you decide to come here in Europe? Or we might have lost the connection with Glow. Doesn't really work. Yo, Joey, thank you for the question. Later on, I'm gonna ask as well as. Oh yeah, he just left. He will be back in a minute. I'm pretty sure. So Joy and Ease are asking like if the blading camp is still happening, and Joy asked two best moments of your skating life so far. That's a pretty good one. All right, Glow is here. He's back. Yo, Joshua, where you at? Joshua is this such a cool name? We didn't be connected.
Okay, sorry, bro. I don't know what happened there. I got kicked out of there.
Yeah, because probably I do think like there's like a overheating of transmission with Instagram and stuff like that. So every now and then, even to me, like with Miguel, we did it like 2 times probably, because the very first time, like it was like Instagram was like cutting me off like after 30 seconds. I was like going live stream, was like cutting off like all the time. So, but yeah,
we're just too hot. We're just too hot, dog. We just got too much energy for the internet.
True. No, so I was asking you about like the transition between like coming from the United States and like enjoy your time as a farmer in the mountains in Malaga. How did it happen? And like why did you and Fritz decided to come here in Europe and to spend like those 3 or more than those months?
So it's quite cool. Like Fritz and I were just, we were wanting to travel. We were wanting to go to Winter Clash. We were wanting to meet people. We were wanting to travel. We were how old? 23, 24. It was a pretty long time ago. And so the plan was actually to go to Winter Clash and then to go to Berlin and to meet up with Dominic Wagner, try to get an apartment in Berlin and live in Berlin for a few months. This was just a random dream idea that we were talking about one day, like, yeah, let's do it. We can do it. So, this was back before anything. I didn't have any sponsors, or I didn't know anybody. And so Fritz and I booked our flights. We both saved like 2,000 euros each, and we just said like, let's go. And we went to Winter Clash, and the magic of Winter Clash, I met Toms from Latvia, I met Adrien Anne, I met you, I met so many different people. And it just so happened that when I was in Winter Clash, like, I don't know, it was so cold. I met people there. They were like, why do you want to go to Berlin? It's February. Like, you're going to die in Berlin. It's so cold, And so, some friends were going down to Barcelona, and they were like, well, let's all go down to Barcelona. We're already going to go down to Barcelona. Why don't you and Fritz just come with us? We'll take one giant apartment and we'll just live in Barca for a few months. The weather's good and it's like a paradise. And I thought, or Fritz and I talked about it, and we said, yeah, man, okay, like, good idea. So that's how it all kind of started. And when we were in Barcelona, everybody started coming down, you know. I linked up with Adrien and became really good friends with Adrien. We met Richie, we met the Powerhouse guys. Tyrone came down from Holland. Edwin came down. Like, we made a Razors Fritz and Glow. We called it Fritz and Glow Invade Europe, you know, and it was just an edit for fun, you know. Like, we weren't riding for Razors or anything. I just put Razors logo on it because it was one of the, you know, what to do, put Razors on it. Let's go. And well, when we dropped this video, it went pretty viral for the time, you know. Everybody saw it, and the owner of Razors contacted me, and at that moment he was like, "Yo, hey, who are you?" Like, I see you put your logo on the video, you know. I see you're skating my skates, and you know, whatever. I guess Jeff Akers had told Andy about us or whatever. We had a little. I don't know. We knew Jeff Akers from California, so Jeff used to live in Texas. It all kind of linked together, you know. And at that moment, basically, Andy just proposed. He was just like, "Yo, since y'all are in Europe and y'all skate my skates, why don't you start skating for me? I'll send you around to some events, you know. I'll help y'all. I'll pay y'all, and you know." So that's when it all started. That's when right away after Barcelona, Adrien was like, "Hey, we were in Barcelona for like a month and a half, and we never found an apartment, but we were sleeping in a hostel. And Fritz and I were trying to get a job at the hostel because we had used all our money. You know, we had spent like 2,000 euros in less than a month because we were just being party animals. We were just going out in Barca. We were learning what Barca was, you know. I remember we went to Razzmatazz a couple times, and these expensive clubs that are, when you know, you've never been before when you're a young kid, so it was all new and fun. So
True. we
spent a lot of money really fast. So we were like, well, what are we gonna do? You know, we didn't even get an apartment yet. So yeah, that's when Adrien was like, "Hey, I'm going to see Jason because you were having an event." No, it wasn't even an event yet. It was just I think Adrien was just going to see you, right?
Exactly.
So Adrien invited us to come, and you know, you sent us the invitation as well. And next thing you know, we came to Milan, and we kept the saga, the Fritz and Glow thing going because it went well the first time. And at that moment, you know, after the first Milan event, or after the first 2 weeks with you, it just kept going, you know. Then we went to France, and we went to Poland, then we went to Copenhagen, and it ended up being 9 months of a Razors tour. And that was quite crazy, but that's how it all started. And I mean, the addiction was there because after a kind of experience like that, we both went back to Texas, and we're just like dizzy, you know, like, now what? You know, how do you go back to normal? Because we both went back to our jobs. We both went back to like whatever normal schedule. It's quite crazy, man.
And like, which are the differences between like that you found between like Texas and Europe or like Spain?
I guess for me the main difference is the people. You know, it's this Texas is really cool because I always compare Texas to Malaga, because in the south of the United States the people are really nice. You know, like people in Atlanta, people in Texas, people in Alabama, Georgia, all the southern states are just super hospitable, super nice. Not saying that the northern states, there's not great people up there as well, but the stereotype is like the southern hospitality, you know? And the same in Malaga, you know what I mean? Like Malaga, the people are so nice. They're so open. They want to talk to you. They want to interact. They want to share life. You know what I mean? They want to know your story. They want to give you things. They want to interact, you know? So I don't know. It's similar to Texas in a lot of ways, but then the culture here is more open. You know, people are more Yeah, I guess they're more open to talk to you and to get to know you and to just to share, you know? And then the whole idea of like everything's in a car, you know, in Texas, everything was car. To go skating, you got to get in the car. You go to one spot, get in the car. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's so different here. You can just skate everywhere. You know, for me, it was that. It was so many things that at one time, you know, the beach, the weather, the food, the people, skating, street spots, my friends, you know, like I just absolutely fell in love with Malaga, you know. After being in Barca too, I spent a good amount of time in Barca, and it was so different here, you know, like it doesn't have the spots like Barcelona has, but the people speak Spanish here and the people are super nice here. And, you know, it's just, to me, it's paradise. It's the best place in Spain, and it's my favorite place in the world that I found, you know.
Great, great to hear. So right now you're able to speak fluently Spanish, I would say.
Yeah, I'm still working on it, but yeah, I speak Spanish. I speak fluent Spanish. I mean, the ultimate test is that I can communicate with my girl and her family, you know.
Oh, awesome.
And to talk to her father when I first met them, like last 2-3 years ago, we went to Christmas, and it was when I realized, like, oh my God, dude, I need to take this more serious, you know, because I couldn't, like, I'm a vegetarian, you know, and the family, the Spanish cuisine is a lot of meat, you know. It's like the grandmother will prepare the meal, we'll kill the chicken, we'll kill the goat, or whatever animal it is, you know, the family prepares it. And I arrived to Christmas dinner, and I couldn't express myself in Spanish that I didn't eat meat.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, dude, and it was crazy because it was just in a I had the words, but I didn't have like the complex vocabulary to make myself understood clearly. You know what I mean? And the last thing I wanted to do was arrive to this new family and with my ego and with my nose high and say, no, I don't eat that. You know what I mean? So, dude, I bit my pride, and for the first time in 6 years, I ate, you know, meat. And it was great, man. It was a really good experience because it was like, okay, it's been 6 years, like, make a test. Do I still want to be a vegetarian? You know, like, let's see, am I still believing what I believe? And I ate it. I loved it. It was delicious. It was a really interesting moment. You know, I hadn't had that texture and that flavor in my mouth in so long, but it was a good moment because it was just like, okay, cool. I remember this, and okay. But yeah, at this moment I had to start taking Spanish a lot more serious, so that way I could express myself to this new family and not, you know, sound like, you know, a retard. No. You know what I mean?
No, great. Oh, you have like a comment here. Hablas bien el español, Josh.
Hey, gracias, jefe. Santi.
Awesome. And what about so you went to Malaga, and in Malaga, have you started, like, you and Uani started the blading camp, right? So like,
basically,
yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your question.
What is the mission about the blading camp? Which is like, first thing first, let me say that it's a pretty cool thing. I was talking the other day with Ray Mendes, and I do believe that you, Ray with John Ortiz, Niels Janssons, you guys are doing like an amazing job on teaching to the new generation and to the kids, spreading out the word of blading and to teaching them the blading. It's a pretty cool thing.
Thanks, Bombers. Thanks, man. Yeah, and those guys are my heroes. You know what I mean? Like, Niels is a good friend, but he's also a hero. Same with John, same with Ray, you know, and that's it, man. That's what the mission of Blading Camp is, just really to, I don't know. The mission is to consciously teach people about skating and to create a new generation of riders that understand that you have to do it. Like, nobody's going to give you anything, you know. You have to put the energy into yourself if you want somebody to recognize you, you know. Like, you can't just, you know, be good and say, give me, give me, give me, give me, because it just doesn't work. It's not sustainable. So really, like blading camps, I mean, it's a skate school, but it's really a life school. You know what I mean? Because we're all about recycling. We're all about nature. We're all about like positivity and meditation and yoga, and like almost everybody in the camp, like all the camp staff, you know, minus 1 or 2 people are vegans or vegetarians. And, you know, we're not really pushing that really hard on the kids, but they're examples if they want to see. You know, Montre was a vegan for ever and ever and ever. And so it's quite interesting when a little kid sees a superhero like Montre not eating any meat. The kids start to question things. They start to say, well, why am I eating this if Montre doesn't eat that? Or, you know what I'm trying to say? So like, what we do is we lead by example. You know what I mean? Like we get up and meditate, and we get up and do yoga. We don't push the kids to do it. You know, the first day I wake all the kids up and I try to get them to come. And if they fight me and they don't want to wake up, it's okay. You know, like we're not here to be parents and to push any beliefs on anybody, but we're going to keep being who we are, and in that way lead by example, you know? So the mission is really just to create a really awake, like really conscious generation of riders that will do something for themselves, instead of asking, sponsor me, pay me, give me. Like, no, create it. and I think it's working, because if you look, like, I guess it's hard for y'all to see, but like, man, most of our campers that come, I don't want to call them campers, most of our riders that come, the next time, right when they go back home, they start a skate school, they start organizing events, they start a company, like they start an Instagram page. Like, it's really cool to see this growing, and as our numbers are growing, you can see the sports growing just right with it. It's really cool, you know?
True, and it's remarkable, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, again, as I was saying earlier, what you guys are doing, what John and Ray, Niels, all of the people who's like teaching skating, I do right now. I do believe that like right now they're making like such an amazing thing, because it's the best way to spread the sport, and it's the best way to teach like the blessing that we had, like founding this passion, and it's amazing to share it to everybody.
For sure. And then,
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, for me, like skating gave me so much. You know, like, I know you. Like, how in the world would the guy from Texas meet a guy from Milan? You know, and become super good friends and always stay connected. It's because of skating. You know, so I don't know. I reached a point where it was time to give. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still young. I still feel 18. I can still skate super hard. I can still do, I've proven to myself that I can still do any trick I want to do. But I've been doing it for a long time, you know, and I've had a really good run, you know, and I'm really happy with everything that's happened. And I reached a point where it was like, okay, it's time to give. You know, I've taken so much. I've stayed with you. I've stayed all over the planet on people's floors, or I've just taken so much from people. People have given me so much and so much and so much out of love. And it was just, it's my turn to give. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of part of everything, is what I'm kind of learning about life. You know what I mean? Like, we can't just keep taking and keep taking and keep taking. It's got to be this, you have to give too.
True.
And I think that's, honestly, that's what this whole Corona thing is. You know, to me, I see this Corona thing as, I don't see it as a virus on humans. I see basically like Mother Earth just freaked out and said, no more. Like, you guys can't keep taking from me. Like you have to take, but you have to give. You have to make this sustainable. And I know what the virus and whatever is happening, and that might be the biological response. But I feel like that's what happened. The planet just said, no more taking. You have to take responsibly. If you're going to cut a tree, you have to plant a tree. If you're going to take a fish, you've got to make sure the fish have babies. You can't kill the fish in spring. You can only do it in the winter. You know, we have to kind of wake up to all this. And for me, that's what this thing is. It's a cool moment in life, you know?
True. I do. I was like thinking the same thing you're saying right now. I do really believe that like it's probably the Earth as like a biological being said, all right, guys,
Exactly.
you had it enough. Right now,
Exactly.
it's time to chill. It's time to see what is going on and to take a break. And so you guys are able to see. You have like we had the four like the fires in Australia earlier in January. Right now, these things like earlier last year, like all those tornadoes and earthquakes all over the world. So yeah, it's like the world probably saying, guys, you had it enough. That's enough. Let's take a break and then.
I think so, man. I really think so too, because a really cool thing about being quarantined for a month or 2 months or however long it's going to be is you really see what you need. Like you really understand your necessities and what are luxuries and what you don't need, you know? And, you know, the majority of us as inline skaters and in this community, we live pretty lavish, you know what I mean? Like we live well because we're used to it. We live in Western countries where we're born into a certain style of life that's just, you know, that, you know, 70% of the world doesn't have. But
True.
Us, it's so normal, you know what I mean? So that's really what I think is happening with everything. It's kind of rebalancing everything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have a question from Joy Egan from Ireland. He asked us what was the moment that you realized the blading cam was working for you guys?
Oh, Jason, can you ask me again?
Yeah, sure.
It kind of cut out on me.
No problem. Joy Egan is asking, what was the moment that you realized the blading cam was working to you?
Damn, it did it again.
But can you hear me right now? Can you hear me? Is it working? Oh no, it's just drop out. This big smile.
Okay.
All right, I got you. Can you hear me? Barely. I can see.
We broke the internet, huh?
Can you hear me right now?
Okay, now I can.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. And we're back live still.
Dang, Spanish Wi-Fi.
So I can hear you. We do have some technical problems right now with the Spanish Wi-Fi.
It could be the Spanish Wi-Fi here, eh?
I don't know. But
I think you're back. I think we're cool.
Yeah, right. Can you hear me right now? Don't you?
Okay. What was Joey's question?
Joey's question was like, when do you realize? Let me get it again. When was the moment that you realized blading cam was working for you? Did you get it?
No.
But okay, cool. Whatever. We can try it later on for this question. Tell me something about.
Sorry, Joey.
Tell me something about the hoedown. Like you are from Dallas, which is like the hometown of the Eisenberg skate park, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how was it skating at first at that skate park and like skating at the hoedown, which it was like one of the main and the best competition ever, probably?
Man, hoedown. I don't know where to even start because I went to hoedown every single year from when I remember, you know. I think even before it was hoedown, it was just the ASA. It was always the same time every single year. And I think the very first and second year were just ASA World Finals, right? Or ASA qualifying or something like that. Because I remember going to Heisenberg's and there was Mountain Dew everywhere. There was Gatorade everywhere. The money was insane. The whole skate park was like super closed. Like you couldn't, it wasn't the hoedown that y'all seen on videos. You know, it was like that 1990 super big event. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And man, it was really special, really cool. And as a young kid seeing all that, it kept me motivated. It motivated me to want to do more, to follow this skating thing, because there's a future. You know, there's something here. And it was really cool because so many people came. So many people came to Texas for these events. All the French guys were in Texas long before I met them in Europe, you know, 10 years later or 5 years later or whatever. You know, all the Swiss guys came. Like, it was just amazing, man.
And 1 year you did super well. You think you were like on top 3 or something like that, right?
I think, no, I wasn't top 3, but I think I made top 5 or I was in the final. I was in the finals. Yeah.
Yeah. So for sure, like top 5.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was cool because, yeah, it was a final. It was like me and David and Brian and Jeff Howard.
Damn.
And who else? Alfano was in the finals that year.
Shit.
It was cool. Really cool, yeah.
And like, did you get any chance to skate with Arlo sometimes?
Yeah, I've gotten a couple times to skate with Arlo. Yeah, I mean, we know each other and we're friends and stuff, but not like go out and like session with Arlo, you know? Yeah, I've seen him here and there. I had a couple skated with him a couple times at just like some random parks, you know, but not as much. Fritz and Arlo are go way back. Fritz and Arlo are good friends, and I've always got a lot of stories from Fritz about Arlo and stuff. So Arlo's the man. He's super cool. Arlo always supported everything in Texas. Everything. Like when he found out that BMO was doing a video, like back in the day, BMO made a video called "The City Never Sleeps."
I do have it in DVD.
Do you really?
Of course, brother, of course.
Yeah. Well, Arlo designed the cover for that DVD just because he wanted to support. You know what I mean? It was his help for the scene. You know, like Arlo's a fantastic human. You know, he's awesome, man. He's really cool.
Great.
So shout out to Arlo.
Talking about the scene in Texas, like I remember like back in the days from like those VG. I've started skating in 2000, so like before that, like I don't really know much about Texas, but like after 2000, like I see you guys skating with Chris Fleener, Lonnie Gallegos, Grant Thurstone, Be Free, BMO, you, Fritz, and stuff like that. And then like came John Sullivan, Andrew Broom, and stuff like that. But like before you guys, who was in Texas? Like who? Like the bladers from Texas were Arlo and who else?
Arlo and Chris Fleener. Chris Fleener goes way back. Arlo, Chris, a guy named Ryan Dawes who skated for K2.
True. I remember that.
Ryan Dawes.
16, probably.
He was insane, and Sean Robertson as well.
No way, really.
From Texas, Sean was always a really cool guy. Yeah, he was one of the coolest.
He was
back in the day.
One of those guys who was like winning those X Games and stuff like that, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah, he won ASA a couple years, I think. Also, yeah, Wes Kramer was also there. Wes Kramer won one of the ASAs. Like, yeah, it was a cool time. Like that whole scene. John Sullivan goes way back as well. John was kind of there. John was the little kid, you know. John was in it. John's been in it for a long time too.
And just like, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, I remember Sean was in Hoax 2, and if you see there's a Hoax 2 Texas section on YouTube that I just watched the other day, and it's got Sean in there, and he's like 14 years old. He was the little Nils, you know, the young gun up and comer at 14, but last generation, 2 generations ago, you know. So epic skating.
Oh yeah. Also Jason Howard. I forget Jason Howard.
Of course, Hova for sure. Jason was there. Yeah. Lonnie's one of the originals. Same with Medina, Anthony Medina. Like a lot of us don't really think about Medina as like old school because he doesn't act like it. But
damn.
Medina's been around the whole time too. You know, like There
was the next question. Like right now, like to me, it looks like the scene in Texas. It looks like super healthy, super strong because of you guys. Of like all the video products made by like around 2000 by BMO, then Anthony Medina, and then right now he's going to come up with his new video Candy. Like, are you having like any tricks in that video?
No, I send them. I tried to get clips in it, and I just didn't get any skating done with life. But I tried.
Awesome. I'm looking.
Yeah,
forward
but it
to,
should be coming.
yeah. I'm really looking forward for that video because I really would like to make like one of these things with him because Anthony is like a super cool dude and like I do really love his production. So yeah.
Yeah, and Anthony's the best, dude. And I've been really lucky to work with a lot of different filmers and a lot of different people over these years, but Anthony's one of my most favorite people ever, because we go out and we skate hard and we get work done and we don't really waste much time and we just do it. And then when it's over, it's so much fun, just to sit around and talk life. And because Anthony's he's a really conscious cat, he's really awake and he's really into cool things. So it's really fun to just talk with,
Great.
The Texas scene's on fire right now, dude. This new John Sullivan section is going to be awesome. Andrew's new section is going to be awesome. Skating again.
Man, man. Dude, I'm so hyped on that one.
Yeah. And the cool thing is like a lot of people in Texas are making moves. Shout out to Fritz because that's his slogan for his shop is making moves. But like Fritz, for example, he's got this shop, and like for all of y'all that have been to Dallas, like it's a really hard place to create a business, right? And he's going and it's running and he's making it. He's making a living. He's making skating big again. Like he's in the downtown of Plano. Like he literally is next door to Eisenberg's. The Eisenberg's building, it doesn't exist anymore because they destroyed it and made a parking lot out of it. Good old Texas. But Fritz's building is behind where the Eisenberg's was. So he's in like the most prime location he can be in, downtown Plano. Like it's awesome. Man. And also shout out to Be Free because Be Free's from Texas as well. And we all grew up together. Fritz, Be Free, Medina, myself, Sully, we all skated together. Josh Navarfar and Troy, all of us were that little nucleus of people. And Be Free moved to Cali, it's been a while now, but Be Free went to Cali. I don't even know how long ago, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And dude, he just exploded out in Cali, and now he's got his school and he's just smashing the social media game and he's just smashing life, man. So I love it, man. Shout out to Be Free for doing it. It's doing great.
No, man. I think that like what you were saying earlier about like the warm welcoming that you guys from Texas have, I do really felt it when I met you guys, and it's pretty cool because I do have it like when I met Anthony as well. So dude, I really would like to come to Texas one day to skate a little bit down there.
Dude, we should make a plan because if you go, I'll meet you there and we'll go out there, man. And it's cool because like, my family still has a home in Texas, so it would be super easy. We can just go to Texas, we've got cars and everything we need over there, so it's easy.
Great.
Let's do it.
And besides the farming thing, do you have like any blading future projects on their way besides of course Cuadro, which is I'm super excited.
Yeah, dude. No, the funny thing is I didn't go to Mexico this year. I'm not in Cuatro.
No way.
No. Life just wasn't in the cards, So so as far as skating projects are concerned, I have lots of camps coming up and nothing really going on filming wise or skating wise. We're talking about doing a Red Eyes DVD or a Red Eyes VOD.
But, yeah.
Let's see. And I started writing for Blade Life back in, I'd say October or November of last year. And so I'm going to do a Blade Life project with them this year. And most likely we'll be going to Brazil at some point. That's kind of the new plan. I don't know if I was supposed to say anything, but that'd be pretty cool. The whole Blade Life team is talking about doing a big tour. So
Awesome,
yeah,
awesome, awesome. Then yes, Bombers. I mean, if like all of these things will happen, will like as soon as all of these things will be done, I'm looking forward to come to visit you in Malaga so we can film something for Red Eye Wheels. And
exactly.
and yeah, do really I can't really wait to see you, to hug you, and like to skate a little bit with you, Bombers, because yeah,
For
like
sure.
the energy that you're able to transmit are like pretty up there. So really looking forward to get those energy as soon as possible, man.
Thanks, brother. I hope you come soon, man. As soon as this all blows over, just book your flight, bring your lady. We got room in the house. You know, there's the house. Our house is cool because there's a full upstairs that's totally free. So you'd have an
Awesome.
upstairs with an office and a bedroom, so you can work a couple days if you needed to. And we also have like a little bungalow outside as well. So it's like this standalone house that has a little kitchen and a little bedroom, but it's really, really, really cool. And we're in the process of kind of remodeling it and painting it and getting it ready for the summer, because I got plans on a lot of people coming, you know, so let's
Awesome.
see how that goes. But just book your flight, man. And we're 20 minutes from the airport. So I'll get you. It's easy. Super, super easy.
Bombers. So thank you so much for this invitation. I will thank you also for your time that you spend here on these blading chats. And yeah, again, I'm looking forward to see you, and stay safe, and send you big hugs to you, your lady, and all your family. Okay.
Thanks, Bomber. Same to you, and to your mom and your dad and Peter and everybody, man. Much love to
Thank
the whole family, and Gabriel, and send love from me and Maria. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you all of you guys who are watching these things, for the questions and for the love that you have shown for the blading camp, because it looks like an amazing project. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Josh.
Jason.
And see
Thanks
you
for your
soon.
time. Thanks for doing this, man. You're doing a great thing, man.
Oh,
We need
thank you.
more.
Really appreciate it. Ciao,
Love you,
Bombers.
brother. Be safe.
Thank you so much. You
Ciao,
too.
ciao.
Ciao.